No, bro. You gotta be fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth!
That's bad.
That's horrible! Your number one is not in my top 10. You don't have in your top 10?
If there is a match tomorrow and he scores 100 goals, I still won't put him in my top 10. So guys, we picked the 10 best strikers in the world football right now. I did a list and Miguel did his list. Miguel, are you ready to start?
I'm ready, bro.
For me, the 10th best striker in world football today is Eli Junior Kroupi. He's a clinical finisher, can finish from anywhere on the pitch. He has the most goals by a teenager this year. He has the equal goals with Lamine Yamal. He's complete. What do you think about the 10th pick?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, he was in my short list. Like, I was thinking maybe I'm gonna put Kroupi, but I hate the argument of like, oh, he's a teenager. Did you put him 10th because of his age or because of how well he plays?
No, for me it's how well he plays, but also how efficient in front of the goal he is. I think really Eli Junior Kroupi is gonna be like in the few seasons to go, like contender for the Golden Boot.
It's an okay take. It's okay. My number 10, the second top scorer in La Liga, Muriqi.
Who?
Trying to see his highs real.
Who?
Muriqi. He plays for Mallorca.
I don't even know him. How is he top 10 in the world, bro?
No, I'm you, because first of all,
I've seen his matches against Madrid.
that's how I knew him, right? He scores a lot of goals with his right, even though he's left-footed. He's really clinical on pen, and his best attribute is how well he's good with headers.
The fact that he's the second top scorer in La Liga says that this guy is good in front of the goal. He scored more goals than players maybe who have chosen on this list and who are higher. My number 9, he doesn't even play in Europe. But again, I still think internationally he has still a good level. Has scored, I think he's the second top scorer in World Cup qualifiers. I'm talking about the god of some people, Cristiano Ronaldo. He remains as one of the top scorers of the Saudi Pro League at international level with Portugal. We saw that he really carried also this Portugal team.
Which carried? How carried?
I think he scored a lot.
Was he the best player on his team?
No, I don't think he was the best player.
Was he even top 3?
Yeah, I think he was top 3.
He was better than Nuno Mendes, Bruno Fernandes, and Vitinha.
I think he was better than Bruno Fernandes at some point.
Oh my god.
He still scores a lot of goals. I'm sure that he's a decent striker in Europe.
I need to see him play in a big competition and see him like perform for me to put him in the top 10 best strikers in the world.
You don't really think there is 10 strikers that are better than him in Europe right now?
Yes. Oh, you're 100%.
We'll see that at the World Cup.
Yeah, we'll see. But like, see how things went out. My number 9 is a player that I don't really rate high. No, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that player. I don't like that player. It's Lautaro Martinez. He's number 9 only because he's a top scorer in Serie A. The reason why I put him so low is because he never scored in big games.
I get what you're saying, but also for me, Lautaro Martinez is on my list and he is 8th on my list, but honestly, not the striker I've enjoyed watching this season. I still think he's a great player. Lautaro Martinez at his best, he's amongst Europe's top number 9. But again, this is not having a great season.
My 8th is Brian Mbeumo. Okay? I put Mbeumo as a top 10 striker because even with the form he's in right now, they're playing so well. And also, you said you wanted strikers that score goals in big games. That's what he's doing right now.
Yeah, maybe the first few months in his career at Manchester United weren't like the best, but I can't forget that last season he's one of the best players in the Premier League. Yeah, I think Brian Mbeumo, like also his game style, you know how good he is against big teams. As you said, he can do everything. He's a great finisher. Honestly, solid take.
Who's your 7th?
So my 7th, I think he's still elite at 37 years old. In the last 52 games, he has scored 42 goals. Just scored his 100th Champions League goal. I'm talking about Robert Lewandowski. Not the striker I enjoy the most watching right now, but I still think
I don't have him in my top 10.
He's still efficient. So you think, according to you, Muriqi is a better striker than Robert Lewandowski?
Okay, let me explain you why. Muriqi has more goals than him. I'm just telling, Muriqi has more goals than him. Like, I don't know, as a striker, right?
Yeah.
Right? If you're a striker, we ask you to score goals, right?
Yeah.
And he has less goals than him. How can I put someone that doesn't even start for his team and has less goals than someone in my top 10?
I still think he scores a lot of goals. He has more goals than starts in La Liga this season. And I think the why he plays it's more because of his physical capacities at 37, like in a Barcelona team that wants to press high, in a Barcelona team that's a lot of energetic. Yes, he doesn't fit that. But let's see, what's your 7th pick?
My 7th pick is Igor Thiago.
Igor Thiago in your top 10. Oh my days.
You don't have Igor Thiago in your top 10?
No.
Oh my god. Yo, he just broke the record for the most goals scored by a Brazilian.
Yeah, but it's 15.
And we're only 26 games in?
The record is not as if it's 30 goals. Like, we're not talking about most salary records here, bro.
He's the second top scorer in the Premier League, the best league in the world. And I can put him in my top 10?
So honestly, I get your argument. But if I have to be honest, I think, yeah, you're right. Igor Thiago is really great this season. But 6th best striker in the world. I still think it's so early for him. Let him get progression at Brentford team.
Okay, at my number 6, I got a new player. He plays for your team. Hugo Ekitike. That's my player.
He's only 6th? That's crazy.
Yo, what? I thought that was high. 10 goals in 16 starts. And when I see him play, technically, he's so good. And if you don't give him the ball, he's going to create something by himself. That's why I respect from Ekitike. That's why he's my number 6.
Ekitike is on my list also. He's actually 5th also. And I agree with everything that you said.
Okay, he's not that low.
He's not that high, because when you go high up, there is like, I think the best, again, established quality. But I think Ekitike, if you do the same video in a year, I think he's in the top 3 easily. And yeah, Ekitike for me is my 5th player. So my number 6 player, for me, one of the most complete strikers in Europe, Julian Alvarez, top scorer at Atletico this season. Free kicks, La Liga goals, but his form went down. Diego Simeone is benching him a bit, but again, don't forget the quality he has.
I couldn't put it in my top 10 because I love this player. I love this player, right?
But Mudiki is better.
He's not in good form right now. He's not even like creating, like even in the goals he scores, he's not even involved in the goals. I can't put him in my top 10. I'm so sorry.
This guy has, he has 11 goals and 6 assists in all competitions. You see, it proves how he's more than just like a guy who scores goals. That's what I like from his game. And we're talking about a player who's not in the form of his life. So imagine when he's at his best.
My 5th choice is Victor Osimhen. That's my 5th.
No way.
You don't have him in your top 10?
Nah. He plays in the Turkish league, bro. I don't watch the Turkish league, bro.
Yeah, me too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch the Turkish league, but I watched the African Cup of Nations, and he was a great player. I think he was in 11 in the Afghan team.
I understand why he's in your top 10, but for me, I didn't put him since he's not playing consistently in a team that I follow week in, week out in Europe. But that's maybe a weak argument because Cristiano Ronaldo is in my top.
And Cristiano Ronaldo is the worst thing. No way you think right now that Cristiano Ronaldo is a better striker than Victor Osimhen. Tell me right now in my face.
I think so. Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo wouldn't be the top scorer in the Turkish league?
I don't even think he would be the best player in Nigeria.
Now you're doing too much.
I'm not even joking.
I think at his best, yeah, he's maybe in the that's why it's so complicated. Like the level, I think it has regressed a lot of striker. But I get what you say. So who's your 4th pick?
My 4th pick, I hope you have the same one. Okay? Is João Pedro.
João Pedro is not in my top 10.
What?
In the last 2-3 months, I didn't even see João Pedro scoring. Okay,
in this list that I have, in my list, right? He's the striker with the most assists. Even in the Club World Cup, he scored in the final.
Yes, yeah. He was actually their best player in the Club World Cup. He's one of the strikers, I think, that overperforms his XGs. I think he has a 9 XG in the league, and he scored 10 goals. If you had made this video like a month ago, I don't think it would be that high for you. He wasn't even Chelsea top scorer. I get what you say.
You're telling me right now you would have put Kropi over João Pedro?
Yeah.
He's a better striker than João Pedro.
Kropi, I tell you, Kropi, not long ago, he had more goals.
He's better than Igor Thiago, right? He's better than João Pedro. Is he even better than Victor Gyökeres?
Gyökeres can score even 100 goals tomorrow. If there is a match tomorrow and he scores 100 goals, I still won't put him in my top 10. But my number 4 player on this list, it's Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe is my number 4 on this list. We're talking about the guy that I think has the 2nd most goals in Europe right now, the best striker in La Liga. He's gonna break maybe Ronaldo's record of Champions League goals. Currently, he has 13 goals. Don't tell me Mbappe is not on your list.
I thought. Wait. No, bro. Yo, okay, I know it's a video, right? You wanna go viral, right? Let's be honest right now, right?
What?
You have Mbappe fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth!
That's bad, bro. You don't have Mbappe.
That's horrible! Fourth!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay, you know what? Tell me your top 3 right now. Tell me your top 3 right now.
Okay, Mbappe is fourth because my number 3 is the best striker in the Premier League, Erling Haaland, and the second on this list for me, Harry Kane. Harry Kane, the most goals.
Who's number 1? I thought, wait, no way your number 1 is not in my top 10. Your number 1 is not in my top 10.
Don't tell me you didn't put Ousmane Ballon d'Or Dembele as your number 1 striker. For me, he's maybe the least striker on my list, but he is the most complete striker for me. He represents what we want from a striker in 2026. For me, Dembele is the complete package. He is the complete package. I'm sorry, but Dembele, 35 goals in his last 53 games. This season, he has been injured. But Dembele, he's the face of PSG. PSG are the best team in the world. He's the Ballon d'Or for a reason. And for me, it's also that this guy doesn't need to score to have a good game. You know, like his Champions League final. 2 assists, well involved in the game. He's the one that brings the pressing. You know, he represents everything that, for me, I would love from a striker if I was a coach. The pressing, the intensity, and the finishing, and he's there in the big moments. Again, Ousmane Dembele, for me, he's the best striker in the world. If I have to go pick a striker from any, I would go for Ousmane Dembele.
Okay, bro.
So what do you think?
Okay. First and foremost, my top 3, right? Number 3, I have Haaland like you, right? Number 2, I have Kane like you, right? Number 1 is Kylian Mbappe. How can someone have 13 goals in the Champions League? 13 goals, right? He's the top scorer in La Liga by far. He can score from his left. He can score from his right. He's the most clinical finisher in the whole world.
If he's that great, why aren't Madrid one of the best teams when they have the best player in the world?
Because they have a horrible midfield and a horrible defense. And it's because of him that they're still second in the Liga, right? Okay? And they're still in a title race because of him, right? He scores in big games, like he scored against Barcelona, right? Okay? The biggest game for Real Madrid. He scored, right? And you're telling me right now that you have Haaland over him when he didn't score goals like 5 games without a goal. Ain't no way you put Mbappe. Oh my god. Dembele, I'm not gonna lie, right? I saw him as a winger. If I was gonna put in my list, he's gonna be fourth and Muriqi is out. I'm not gonna lie, Muriqi will be out. Or maybe Mbeumo. Okay? I think Mbeumo is gonna be out and Muriqi is gonna be number 10 and he's gonna be fourth. I'm not gonna lie, because I forgot, I saw him as a winger, but he's fourth, right? How can you put, one-on-one on goal, right? Okay? Dembele is fourth on that list. Haaland is a better finisher. Kane is a better finisher, and Mbappe is the best. I'm not even lying, right? The level that he's been playing is like legendary. He's the only guy, right? That as a striker, even in 10 years' time, he might be the best striker. He's the only guy that I can see. Okay, he's playing at a legendary level.
You know what?
Legendary level.
Because your legacy is also defined by what you win. I'm still convinced that Mbappe is not gonna win the Champions League. I'm still convinced that with Mbappe you don't win a big trophy, because now football's become a complicated sport. You can't win with a striker who doesn't press. You can't win with a striker who makes everyone around him not perform. You know, does Mbappe make players around him better? No. Does Mbappe make his team win? No. He may score 100 goals. Yes, that's nice, but at the end of his career, we're gonna judge, and if he has scored 1,000 goals but didn't win the Champions League at the end, what's the point? I'm not gonna rate him higher than players who will have made their team on. That's why for me, in the logic I also went on a logic, like I took the best strikers for like the last year. I didn't want go through like for the last few months. Of course, if I read them for the last few months, Dembele is not on my list because he was injured and he just came back, so he wouldn't be on. But I took from the last year, and for me, from all the last year, even though he missed a lot of games this season, Dembele, if I have to build a team, he is the striker. He is the ultimate striker. For me, we have talked about a striker that performs in big games. Dembele literally did what Mbappe didn't do with PSG. He brought his team to a Champions League final and won it. And yes, we can argue. Let me finish. We can argue that the fact that Mbappe didn't have that great team, he didn't have Luis Enrique. We can argue all those stuff. But the reality is that Dembele did what Mbappe didn't do: win a Champions League with PSG, and that by being one of the best players in the world. And then later on, he won a Ballon d'Or. Next, Harry Kane. Harry Kane for me is one of the most complete strikers in all football. I call him the QB striker. The passes he has, he's complete in his game. The passing ability, how he makes players around him better. Look at Bayern this season. I prefer players who are in the better dynamics. Erling Haaland, he has shown us that he can bring his team again, and this season he has even become better in the game. If I have to go pick up a striker and build my team around him, it's not gonna be Mbappe. How do we explain that before him he comes in a team that wins the Champions League, and this team nowadays they concede goals against goalkeepers? But for me, the best moments of Mbappe again, it's at the World Cup. He doesn't finish as top scorer. The best Mbappe moments is not even a top scorer, but he elevates his level so that everyone's around him and he leads his team to a trophy. So for me, if this list is about who scores the most goals, Mbappe definitely, but he's not the one I enjoy the most watching, not the one that works hard off the ball the most, not the one that would lead his team to a win. So that's why he's not in my top 3.
Okay, Harry Kane, like the only player I was okay with is Harry Kane, right? Dembele, you said last year, maybe, right? But to me, it's like it's so obvious that Mbappe is the best striker in the world. Even when he has a bad game, he still scores. Mbappe is like 1 in a million player.
I think Dembele, you think he's a worse striker than Mbappe?
Yes, for sure. He's a great player, right?
Dembele is clearly the best player of PSG. Look at again in Le Classique against Marseille. How he brings up his team and the performances he's had, like the goals, the assists. Look at his second goal. Mbappe can do that. But let's hear what the comments will be saying. I feel that this it's maybe a risky one, but let's see what they say. And thanks for coming up, and let's have more debates like this often.